Hello everybody, Andrew here, and welcome to the last two Robot Masters of Rockman no Constancy. Last time, Bubble Man and Metal Man taken down while we ranted about Shakespeare. And this time we are going to be starting with Quickman, who is going to be, attacking us with typical Quickman-esque attacks, such as, those bars of doom and all that kind of stuff. I really like Quickman's stage. I believe that these graphics are from, the snail. We had this discussion in the last part about how I'm really bad at Mega Man X2 boss names, but it's the snail guy. I'm pretty sure that's who these graphics are supposed to be based on. Also, if you pick the right side, you don't even need to deal with that guy. Also, this room, it makes it look like it's going to be one of those rooms with all the things, but it's not quite. It is slippery, though, which is not good. Also, yeah, here's when the bars of doom begin. We have a flash stopper, which we could use, just as we did in Rockman 2 to stop these, but hopefully be able to get through without worrying about that. You can go to the left and get an E-Tank and a 1-up, but we're pretty good so far. I got stuck on the corner there. We're pretty good at the moment. I think we have 4 E-Tanks, which is the max that we can carry. And we now have 4 lives. You pretty much need to be perfect. I mean, as to be expected from a ROM hack, which aims to be quite difficult, there isn't much room for error in the falling parts. Not that there was in the original Rockman 2. But especially in this game, you kind of have to know what's coming. Or if not, you have to have really good reflexes to be able to instantly perceive what it is that the game wants to do. I remember the first time I ever even played this, I didn't realize you had to exit to the right. I was like, where am I even supposed to go? Okay. Just barely made it. I think we're in the clear now. Yes, we are. Yeah. It's quite tricky, and it doesn't even give you any chance to breathe. It's like instantly more. There's not really any reason to actually save the time stopper because it's not Quickman's weakness in this game. You may remember that it was Clashman's weakness. It does give you kind of energy thing there in case you need it, but we're good. We don't need any of that, and then we get these things which are normally found in Metal Man stage. That's why I love ROM hacks. It's like, who needs to follow the rules of the original game? Let's make up our own rules, because that's what, cool people do. Also, I'm just kind of kicking this level's butt. I'm not even really concentrating. I think if we had used a thing and gone down, we could have gotten an E-Tank, but again, we already have max. I'm actually not entirely sure, when I... Oh, shoot! Wow, okay. When I plan to use those, maybe... I actually kind of forgot that there was a benefit to doing that, even though I don't need the E-Tank. So maybe we will. Maybe we will. I've had enough of these bars of doom. If I can skip a few of them, then so be it. With that said, I guess I might as well have just used the time stopper here, because, why not? But we're doing pretty well anyway. There we go. Not sure what the point of the spikes in the ceiling is. I mean, I guess it looks pretty cool, but since it's not underwater, you're probably not going to jump that high and hit them. Anyway, this time we'll use some item 2 before we can, but before we do that, we're probably going to use some item 3 to help us get out of that tricky situation there. And here is where we're going to use some item 2. Okay. Still 3 lives, not horrible. That's some stuff I would have preferred not to have wasted. If I was smart, I would have used an E-Tank. Okay, I still have a chance to use an E-Tank before picking up this one. This is the start button. Don't accidentally press start twice. I totally forget. I think we had this discussion in the last Let's Play. Does it accidentally allow you to use an E-Tank if you don't need it? But now we can just kind of stand on this side and laugh at whoever might have had to do that. I guess that's what, you might have had to do if you did not pick up item number 2. Not super fun. Also, oh, that's so evil. I actually never thought about it before, but because I'm doing commentary, I just totally thought about it. If you are using Flash Stopper, it would have stopped those platforms from falling, but then I guess it also would have stopped the beams of death from appearing on screen as well. So I guess, at first I thought it was a much more evil trap than it actually was, but it's still pretty devious, as would be expected from this ROM hack. Also, wow, what am I supposed to do with you? Can you destroy them? I actually forget what I normally do for this guy. I mean, I could just use Time Stopper. Although taking the hit's probably the smartest. Because I don't want to get too close to the edge and then make a really silly jump and fall. Okay, we'll do that. Yeah, I don't think I've ever actually found a way to get by that without getting hit. And that thing takes off a massive amount of health, I should point out. With that said, though, what did we get last time? We got R. Which I never showed. Again, in the last video I mentioned I always forgot to show off. It's kind of like, it feels like, what's it called? the attack that we got from Bubble Man, where it again is just a blade. And we're going to take down Quickman with that. You can actually shoot it in different directions though, which is pretty cool. Although we are kind of wasting all of our ammo, which is not the smartest thing. Should I use an E-Tank? Nah. We have enough lives and weapon energy that I think we can spare it. Actually, do we have enough lives? Are we down to 2 now, or are we at 3 still? Okay, we're in kind of the normal zone now. But the way this works is if you hold down, it shoots up. And if you hold up, it shoots down. And it doesn't shoot diagonally. So it's actually really strange. But it's still a pretty cool weapon nonetheless. It's not like Metal Man's weapon in the original game though, where it's kind of like, you know, the destroyer of all. But it's still pretty cool. There we go. Just barely enough weapon energy to take him out. There you go, Quickman stage. Again, the bosses are somewhat similar to how they are in the original game, but they're modified just a little bit. But I mean, everything else has changed, like the levels, the graphics, the music, the weapons. So I don't dock them too much for not doing like a complete boss overhaul. They're still pretty difficult, especially if you don't have the special weapons. I would dare somebody to do a run of this game without using any of the special weapons on the bosses. I've never done that, and I don't have much hope for the fact that I would be able to. It would definitely be very, very, very tough. But with that said, Woodman is all alone, so you know, let's go cheer him up a little bit, and then destroy him. But first we'll cheer him up, and then destroy him. But here we go with Woodman stage. He is blue because he is now in Winter Wonderland. And there are snowmen of Dr. Wily, which is kind of funny. And I'm going to totally take this opportunity to get this. If you don't have any of the items, I mean, even if you just have item number 2, I don't think you can successfully make it back up. This is kind of reminiscent of Chill Penguin stage with the kind of the stumps with the snow and stuff on top of them. This music though is from what is this music from actually? I don't have this one on my list. It sounds it's like Mario Kart, right? I totally forget what the level name is though. It is though, right? Or is it? I could swear it was one of the Nintendo 64 ice levels, isn't it? It's been so long since I played Mario Kart 64. It's really funny, Mario Kart 64. It was really fantastic when it came out. Although when going back and playing Mario Kart games, it's definitely not the one I usually play with my friends. Between us, Double Dash is definitely the most popular. When you compare like Mario Kart 64 to Double Dash, I mean Mario Kart 64 you just have the like 4 cups, and then the 3 CCs, and then mirror mode, and that's pretty much it. Where you get like all the characters and customization options and a lot more tracks. Well, I guess actually it's not a lot more tracks. I guess it's still just 4 cups. Then you have the All Cup Tour, which is like we have played that all the way through quite a few times. It's a lot of fun. But overall, I think Double Dash is probably our favorite Mario Kart game when we play Mario Kart, and I'm pretty sure the song is from Mario Kart. I'm actually really shocked that I forgot to put it on my list. I'm also really shocked that I'm really terrible at this game. But then, I guess that really shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. We'll get back to there. I don't know why I didn't just use item 2 to totally avoid that guy. Something to keep in mind, I guess. Alright, back to you guys. How cheap can I be? See, this isn't possible in the original game because Woodman stage has a ceiling when you fight these guys. But not this time. Not this time at all. You know what? You know what? Forget you. Speedrunning tactics for the win. Okay, I think we're at a checkpoint now, so we can afford to be a little bit silly. But yeah, if we can beat all the Robot Masters without a game over, that would be pretty cool. I mean, granted, some of it, you know, we're very thankful today for the fact that there were quite a few generous 1-up drops, but overall, don't think we can complain too much. Speaking of things, actually, I'm not sure how this in any way connects to what I was just talking about. The weapon that we got from Quickman is actually a cool fire attack, which stays stationary for a couple of seconds, and then shoots forward. It doesn't have a very big hitbox, so it can sometimes be kind of hard to use. Also, do I actually do this? Do I actually? There we go. There we go. Okay. Like, let's see. Can I even like use it to destroy you guys? It's pretty strong. It's actually going to be very helpful for one of the bosses in Wily's castle, which is very difficult without it. Also, you might as well go down. The thing is, though, despite the fact that it's very strong, there's no way you're beating Quickman first. So you kind of need to work your way there. Also, I think that was a very bad move. Totally could have healed and then grabbed the E-Tank. That's one of my qualms with this game has always been that that you can only carry 4 E-Tanks. Not because you usually need more than 4, but because I usually find myself accidentally picking them up when I don't need them. It feels a lot like when Miles Luigi played Super Paper Mario, and I don't think a single video went by after I joined where he didn't need to dispose of an item because he was carrying too many. And it's like, Miles Luigi, why don't you just use some of them? But then, I mean, I can totally relate because I love hoarding items until absolutely necessary. But then in an easy game like Super Paper Mario, I guess the problem is that in most cases, unless you're going through the Pit of 100 Trials, most items aren't even necessary, which is slightly sad. I think that in Wily's Castle, though, we will be very thankful to have as many E-Tanks as we do. And, you know, they're going to become more difficult to pick up as we go on. So, might as well stock up on them while we can, because with that said, we are just one boss away from taking on Dr. Wily's Castle, and naturally, fire will defeat ice, and, you know, science shall prevail. But can we do it without dying? That's the question. Of course, though, one thing they didn't change is that Woodman still gives you the typical shield attack, which kinda sucks. But I mean, every Mega Man game, as you know, it's like in the rules that it has to have it. I also hope this is showing up on screen okay. Yes, it is. I just looked over at my computer. I'm like, it's not too white, is it? I thought maybe it was distorting the picture. But yeah, every Mega Man, like every single classic Mega Man game has that one shield attack. So Woodman is what does that for us, and we'll probably never use it except for like one time. But with that said, that is what we are doing in this video. Password for those who want to play along. This will also work in the original Rockman 2 if you want to go to Wily's Castle with 4 energy tanks. So, you know, write that down and use it no matter what Rockman 2 hack you play. I wonder if like there are Rockman 2 hacks that change the passwords around, or if they all just use the basic password system, because why not, right? I mean, if someone really wants to cheat, you might as well let them cheat. I mean, if you can't beat the main game, you're probably not going to get too far in Wily's Castle unless you use save states and all that. But so far, we are proud to say that we have not used any kind of cheating tactics. But with that said, next time, it is Wily's Castle. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and hope to see you in Part 5 when it's time to take on Wily. So thanks. Well, not necessarily. We'll get to Wily, probably around Part 6 or 7. But thanks, and see you then.